Well, I'm either getting obsessed or I'm getting pretty good at these. It's yet another Xbox One S to repair. This time, no hard drive? What's that mean? Hi guys, Retro Tech Ralph here with yet another repair video. Brilliant. We've got through, there was just two of these so far. There's the S and then there's the digital. This one is yet another S and it's quite filthy. And yeah, at least my method by using a toothbrush works okay. So that's going to be another job for another time. Right, here is the thing. I bought this and I have forgotten exactly where I was when I bought this. I think it was on eBay. It might not have been on eBay, could have been somewhere else, but let's have a look. Right, eBay's in front of me. This one was £24. It says no HD. Okay, excuse me. It's literally arrived today. I'm eager to get inside it anyway. So the description of this says all drives have come to us from working environments. What? If they have BIOS password? What? That's a BIOS password. Yeah, so basically this apparently doesn't have a hard drive. I don't know whether or not there's a problem with this, being that they've already been in. They have definitely been in because it's already gone off the back anyway. So I have already done the hard part, which is remove the back case. So a little bit of dust around the edges. This is probably just standard anyway. The back doesn't look too bad, except these corners look like they've been dropped on. So it's a bit weird. Only 1 foot. So everywhere where there hasn't been a foot, it's kind of squashed in. I don't know why. The thing with this is I already have a pot on the go with things that are broken. Now, as far as I can see, this piece of plastic here is the pin which goes on here. So that's good. So that fits fine. It'll glue on one way of 4, so we'll put that on. It's just a little spike which locates itself to where it wants to go. The other one is a problem because this is it's the plastic spring for the pairing button on the front, but if you'd notice, the rest of it is already there anyway, so it's fine. That will stick itself on there as long as I stick it to, actually I should be able to stick it to that anyway, but instead of sticking it to the base, either way it should be fine. As long as there's a bit of spring on there, it should be no problem. So we'll get rid of those. So we are on this. Honestly, this was me taking this off not long ago. So this ain't no hard drive. There's a screw up there. Some people would say there's a screw up doing the videos, but thank you very much, folks. I'm here all week. Right, so that screw definitely looks like it's up or not attached to something, which is a bit weird. So I'm going to start by leaving the silver ones and the black ones in. I'm going to take out all the right way. All 6 of the green ones. This hasn't got a hard drive. Perhaps this would be an easy fix. I mean, no idea if this is actually a 1 terabyte or not. I assume with it being no hard drive, that they have taken that out and used it on something else. I'm also guessing as well, because that is the corner where the hard drive goes, hence why that one is loose. There might not be a hard drive in here. So that's all 6 green ones out. So, if I remember properly, it's kind of a manipulation. The back stays on, kind of get one side up and then over and out. Okay, so it's not particularly bad inside. It's not needed for sticking in the dishwasher for 20 minutes. It's not that bad. That is, but you know, it's not particularly bad, shall we say. So that's back over there. This top case should come off. The fronts to me, the front panel's on there at least anyway, so everything seems fine. I've not switched this on for a reason. That's all in there as well. So there's no hard drive, there's no point. So this should now come off. If there's no hard drive, fine, we'll order one. Right. Why they've been in and taken the hard drive out, I don't know. The fan doesn't seem too bad, actually. That seems a little bit more than enough up there. So far, this doesn't look too bad. Drive looks like it's in. Why would you take out... Oh, I'm still screwed in. Why would you take out the hard drive? Everything looks like it's plugged in. I think, it says, we'll find yet another piece of plastic. I think we might try this, you know. Yeah. Let's get out the HDMI, which is there. Plug that in the right port. I'm going to plug that on the right channel. On the desk, that's for mine. I'm going to plug this in now, although the cable for this is not plugged in, or is not switched on at least. So you'll hear the switch now. Okay, that's good. The fan hasn't moved. Okay, press the button. Okay, it makes the noise, and there's no light. That's very strange. So no power at all. Doesn't even turn on and turn off again. That could be down to no hard drive. Let's see if there's a disc in. Oh, hello. Right. Plants vs. Zombies GW2. Okay, let's have a look how bad the disc is. Just a little dirt, a little bit of surface scratch on here. So it's a bonus to start with. There's another Xbox One game. Why there's a piece of paper fluff stuck under there, I will never know. Okay, so what we need to do then, boys and girls, is find out what we're missing. Right, we are definitely 4 screws missing to hold the hard drive in place. That's definitely for one. It is funny when you get a disc. I don't know. So I don't have that one, fortunately. This does need a strip down anyway, and I do need to take all the screws out from underneath of this. But we have a light. We have a light. Hold on. So taking the disc out, that fan's not moving. That's turned off, maybe because the fan's not moving. Why is the fan not going? That's mightily strange. Okay. So there could be a problem with the power rail. No idea. Could be the power supply, but I doubt it. Disk drive did work. Let's come back on again. Why is the fan not powered up? That is mightily unusual. I think a teardown is in order. Now with all the screws out, apart from the 4 holding that down, I can take out the hard drive caddy, which has no hard drive. We can suss that out, or I can try and cannibalize one from one of the others. I definitely have to find 4 screws, which isn't difficult at all. I have plenty of those sorts of screws which will go into those anyway. So remove the disk drive completely. Remember that if there's any problems with this board, you can't really use these because the daughter board in here is married to the motherboard, so you have to use both. That's the shame thing about these. I'm sure there'll be something in the future that will work and you'll be able to use anything you want. Right, come on out. A little bit dusty in here, nothing over the top, nothing I can't fix. So far, looks fine. There's a lot of dust on this right-hand corner here, but that's where all the fans go out anyway, so that's not the end of the world. Caps look okay. Remember, this my sort of level of fixing is it's enough, shall we say, for what I can do. So what I need to do is remove dirt, and then that. Then we can get down to the board and have a quick inspection if there's anything wrong with this. Now, as we're unscrewing this part here for the clamp, this has definitely been in before. There is no doubt in that. One, with the part being taken off, the warranty sticker, and two, these screws are definitely rounded off a little bit. Not the end of the world. I have a better with my, well, this screw bit is rubbish anyway, but the different bit, they do come off, not a problem. So let me try and take out that bit as well. Weird thing here. Let's take out the front panel as well and get that underneath there. It's a little bit awkward that, because it's kind of like a weird spring thing, but it's kind of easily bent outable, but very bend-inable afterwards. I am seeing a few of these pieces of plastic here. So these are pushed in from that back, because that's why that's not fully attached. So I need to get in here. Can that come off? No. I can get that board out. Again, not too massively bad for cleaning. Is it for those? Yeah, it's these three on the end here and plastic bits, just holding this edge bit in from when you marry it up with the rest of the chassis. So yeah, that's not bad. I was kind of expecting worse. As for the board, yeah, I need to use my X-clamp remover. Yay! So again, put it in the middle of the clamp, pull back. Middle of the clamp, pull back. There's a bit of white powder there, which still I kind of think is not to be worried about. And I've still kept that on. Okay, so the thermal paste is solid. Okay, so not much cleaning need to be done here. So I'm going to just take this away here now while I'm here. I don't want it running off on me going somewhere else. Yes. And I'll do the same on the chip. Okay, that's not bad. Chip, big, if that was anything, that's a big dry spot. And to be honest, the chip does look a little golden. From my angle, it looks a little golden, which to me reminds me of it could have been overheated. So potentially, I don't know why the people did the opening up, took the hard drive out. I mean, probably it's overheated somewhere. I mean, there's all these parts over here on the power rail. Could be the issue, might not be the issue. I don't even know what the issue is with the other one, but I wonder if we could marry two up and make a decent one. The case on this one isn't exactly brilliant. I mean, all these pieces, they're all kind of a shape that it's made, round stuff. Yeah, I just think that needs a damn good clean. Then we can try again. Okay. So not bad so far. HDMI ports look spot on. USB's fine. Network, ODN. I'm not on the Enterprise, you know. Yeah, looks perfectly fine. Fan on here needs a little bit of... Why is that up? Oh, I think it might have been up while I've just done that myself. So like always, these need cleaning. I think the heat sink on this looks... It is. If you do remember the last one, because that was the digital edition, that looks a heck of a lot thinner. But it's a... Is it 2022 or is it 16? Yeah, that's not as bad as I'd thought, but the fan doesn't work either. But we have parts we have a machine which it doesn't work. And if it's what is to be believed from a lot of this, is the ones where they just turn on and then straight back off again, or on with a few seconds off again, then they are absolutely knackered. But if this board works, and the drive, obviously, we found the third one. And if the drive works and the board works, then that's potentially, we're getting somewhere very quickly. So what I need to do is clean the whole bejesus out of all this. So that's going to take me at least half an hour worth of blowing out, brushing out, faffing, fettling and whatever else in. And then we can see about reassembly and see what's what. Obviously we'll have to check the fan. Like I said, we've got a spare fan. Power supply on the other one works. This one does seem to work to start with. So yeah. Potentially it might work. Possibly I might need to marry two together, which is good. So back in a bit. Now, with everything clean on the new Xbox One S, here is the original Xbox One S with the turn off on sort of issue. No idea what the problem is. But see, the thing is, what I do with a lot of my stuff in the garage, if not all of it, is I'll shrink wrap it. Which is nice, because then you can get moments like this where you can just get it and cut into it and newly open. Goody. So this is parts. Shall we say, this was the first one. It's not bad, it looks pretty good. For some reason there's a bit of dirt on the front, but I think that's just a bit of thermal paste on the front that I've just got my fingers, because I've got that done on the other one. Yeah, better. So, what weirded me out a little bit is, I don't know whether the second 1S is an older version, because the heatsink on this is wafer thin. I'm not sure if the other one is. I thought it was a lot bigger. But obviously must have done revisions and whatever else. If it's possible, I might change this to go and the board to fit this with the, well, get the bigger one, bigger heatsink. The bigger heatsink, the more it's gonna dissipate heat better. But I'm gonna try and marry up two between this one and the one I've got in parts all the way over there. Yeah, as long as I keep the motherboard and the disk drive together, we're fine. So I need to strip this one down for parts and put this somewhere else so I don't mix things up a lot. So we're going to see what we can do to try and make one good out of two broken. We know that the second one is, yeah, but the first one is definitely knackered, and I don't know the issue because I'm not digging into that much with the power rail. So, well, power rail or whatever it is with the keeps turning off and on again. Now, just a comparison, old, new. Yeah, the first one, the latest one. Heatsink for this one, it is definitely different. It does fit in the same place. Bit in there for the connector, for the fan. The fan on that one, this one doesn't seem to work. So I might just transfer the whole lot of this, take this all off, and I mean, there is some testing to do by trying this in there and see if it will spin. It will spin. This one does spin anyway. So is it worth just taking the whole heat sink out? There's a lot more thicker aluminium and a lot more thinner pipes on here. This looks a lot, let's say, should we say, cheaper. But yeah, I'm going to marry up as much as I can to make one good out of two bad. So the testing begins. Hard drive's out, obviously. That's the fan from... Yeah, this is the fan from the... Oh, we're going to get AB here, aren't we? That one definitely works, spins round, because it's from that. Right, I'm going to turn on the switch on the wall. Power's in for this. And that doesn't work. That really doesn't spin. So I'm probably guessing then that this is definitely one of the two things that's broke on this. If it suddenly just spins round now, then we know there's a... It's yeah. Yeah, that definitely doesn't spin, does it? Let's try the power off again and power back on again. That should just twitch, spin around. No. Okay. So the fan's going to come out, gently pull on all 4 cables, which is fine. So that definitely doesn't work. Just to prove that it does, let's put this one back in there. Oh, come on. Me and editing videos would be absolutely immense if I did it. Right, so that's in, power on, and then it twitches. It does that. So that is perfectly normal. So what I'm going to do, the heatsink's got to come off here and go on here. So this best not go on just yet. Nah, no, because I'm trying to keep everything separate left and right. Okay, so I need the hard drive. The power supply was fine, so I can put the original power supply back in, but I need that fan out of here and put into here. I'll tell you something, one of these clamps is a hell of a lot easier than the screwdriver method. Not saying that I'm having a go against anybody not buying one of these, but they're only £5, so get on with it. Right, so just to show on my pasting, this was done not long ago, but it's actually really not bad at all. Everything's covered. A little bit over on certain bits, but that's fine. I'm not going to put as much paste on here because I'm going to keep that on here. That's completely fresh and should fit on there perfectly. So actually that's a lighter board than the darker. Right, so that should fit there perfectly. Just make sure it does, and there's not a reason why it doesn't. Okay, no, that fits fine. So that just fits on top of there. So a little bit of paste on there. I will try and see, the whole thing now is this is going to be non-usable, shall we say, because that's going to be on it. Just compare the thickness on the heat sinks. There's a hell of a lot of difference, isn't there? But this has also got the pack on there as well. It's iffy because these copper pipes and aluminium vents, and these are very thick aluminium. And these are the same shape, the same size, so I could just marry up the fans by keeping this as is. You know what? I'm going to keep this. Yeah, controversial, I know, but I'm going to keep that one, but then I'm going to put this in the older one. So these just pry off anyway. So I'll keep the heatsink with the original. Oh, wow. That's tricky. Try not to damage the aluminium. There you go. So that's now off. And this will now go over here. Yeah, I'm changing my mind all the time on this, so let's keep that out of the way to the left. So now we would need to put fresh paste on here, and usual amount. It's not brain surgery. Putting just over a pea's amount on here. There you go. I'll just try and suck it back in the bit that's on the end so that it doesn't go everywhere. I've had one before where I've been doing heat sinks or whatever and it's just absolutely caked everywhere. So now I need you in the right place. That's not the right place, is it? Right, so it goes all the way in that corner. Okay, so on and done. So yes, I could have quite easily have just done it the other way around. Put that flat. Hook on the first one into the right spot. Push down on the second in the right place. Third, fourth, done. If they go too far down and they're touching the board, just pull them back up again. Now that's perfect, absolutely perfect. It's a slight rattle on there, but that will be taken off when we get round to putting this in properly. Now I'm going to plug this in first. So this is the fan to replace the fan. Oh. Twist round the cable. I mean, you don't really need to see this, do you? This is kind of just me waffling and feeling good for myself, because I think we're going to get a second out of 3. I mean, absolute bargains, some of these. Goes on there. Does it fit closer onto there? Am I trapping the cables? No, but that wants to go a little bit further over that way. Which I could possibly do. I just bent in the heat pipe there. Okay. I need to take that back off again and unbend what I've just done. Now I think I'm going to do something a little rash. Right, the Wi-Fi board's in, no reason. Buttons on the front on, the fan, the heatsink, yeah, everything, the power supply. No drives. So I'm going to plug in the cards off. Which is lined up, that's okay. There we go. So she's in. Let's see what happens when I just turn it on. This is the newer board. That's the older fan. So that now works, which is good. We have no light, but that all goes around. I mean, potentially, this just needs the drives in. That's probably why the light's not lighted up on front. So, while we're in this state, and I did actually use, yeah, I am marrying together the original metal base bit with these plastic bits still attached on here, so that's nice and secure. Yes, the serial number is going to be different for this and what's going inside. Don't care, honestly, don't care. So what I need now is the original drive. So to plug that in there, and I'm securing as I go. Power lead goes in there. That actually snapped up. It hasn't all. Oh, never. Okay, that's kind of come off. I need to fix that. If you look carefully right in there, yeah, the side of the plastic bits fell off. I'm not going to do anything more than just take that off and glue it into place. It should hold itself, but I just want to be a bit more careful. Well, careful's relative really with me. So I'm going to take that piece of plastic off there, glue it to the side of the connector, and start again. So not to confuse matters, right, this is the new one, that's the older one. There should be some sort of markings that tell you what, where and how, but just sort of serial numbers. So this is the hard drive which was originally in this one. I'm going to plug this one in now. And this was paired in the last video, in the digital video. It was paired with the one, with the digital, but then it won't work because it's not in the same. Yeah, it's not in the same one for it to actually be. I know what I mean. Hold on. I thought pairing up a hard drive to get it fully prepared and then put it straight into a different Xbox One X, One S, whatever, it would be fine, but it doesn't. It knows that board and whatever else is for that drive. So swap this to there, it knows it's not the right one. So it didn't work that way, but also the power issues anyway. So that is ready to test. Now what I'm going to do to start with is screws away. So I've got the tops. I have got that as well to play with, but that will go in there eventually. So I want to test this if anything moves. Now the cable's on, now it's off. So that's in. If that fan works, then something else is wrong with the board, and I've jumped the gun massively. Okay, so it is free, it's not like it's doing anything. So we have a light on as well. There's no hard drive, so it won't do anything. That should turn itself off like it does. So that fan just does not work. Okay, so let's turn you off so you're not interested at all. Now, this will require my head being out of the way, and hopefully this should give me something. So television over, power cable on. That's the old one for parts. That's spun, because I didn't do that before. Let's see. Now, it doesn't come on to start with, but the power light will do. Some of these do take a while, it's weird. Hold it. It is strange how sometimes these don't actually power on with a light on the front. They will eventually. Nothing yet. There we go. So that's finally on. It takes a while to come on. I don't know why they do that. If this shuts off now, then I've got another problem. Oh, you little son of a... Yeah. That comes back on again. So I need to test this a little bit more under laboratory conditions. It did the same clicking on the hard drive as what it originally did. Interesting. Let's try something else. Okay, right, conclusion time again. Right, this is the old one, this is the new one. I put the 1 terabyte hard drive in there, that doesn't work. Put the foundry in there. That lights up. And as usual, nothing happens. So that should turn off because the fan's not going on, but then the fan does. So it's not a fan issue. This has probably got the same issue as what... Both of them got the same. Just because it was missing a hard drive just meant that the seller just got rid of it. I really shouldn't turn on and on. It's the weirdest thing. I don't get what it is with it. So they're both two separate problems. The light won't come on straight away. It's possibly a power issue. But at the end of the day, this shouldn't be happening. And I'm no expert at this. But I think it's a learning curve now of what's where and how. Now the light's back on, the hard drive's rolling, and the fan doesn't go. Quit. There's two separate faults here, but they're displaying themselves very, very similar-ish sort of thing. So, if that is a word. So I'm going to have to dig into this yet again. So, yet another failure on the original one, yet another failure on the one with the hard drive missing. So this must have been... Actually, the lesson on this is as follows. You're going to buy something from eBay, buyer beware. So luckily these were dead cheap. The one that I bought, the digital one, which I think that was £40, these are about £25 each, which isn't bad for what they are, and they've cleaned up quite nicely. So I'm going to put them back together again and look around and see what I'm doing wrong, or if I'm doing anything wrong. So I just don't get it. It could be they're just old, it could be that these are a couple of the generation that just do not work, and buyer beware again. So we'll see what happens. We'll honestly see what happens, shall we, in the future. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you've got any suggestions what I need to do, if I need to go into on the board and try and solder something somewhere somehow, I mean, I have got a hot air station to the side of me, I've got a little bit of soldering skills. Yeah, give us a shout, tell us what I'm doing wrong. and if it's easily fixable, that I can get 2 of these with a similar sort of problems to make a decent one on its own. If it's a reflow and reballing of one of the main chips, no, that is just not within what I can do. So again, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Consider being a Patreon and consider doing a donation to something that actually just needs to clean out and works. Instead of, yeah, I know. It's a bitter one, this. 1 out of 3 works. Well, that's not too bad anyway. So I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.